So a lot happened this week. Trump won the election, and right after his announcement came out, the crypto market went completely bananas, right? Literally within the matter of minutes, I was watching the market. When the news came out during the election night, the market went bananas. Bitcoin almost hitting all-time high every day. Right now, it's around $76,000 per coin, and the rest of the coins were also rallying like crazy. Okay, the equity markets also got unleashed. We saw Dow Jones, S&P crossing 6,000 points for the first time. Nasdaq, even Russell 5000, like majority of the companies in Russell 5000 are not really making any money, but yet the market was pumping the Russell 5000 index as well. The yields went up, especially on the long end of the curve. So there's a lot to unpack what's happening in the markets, and is it going to persist going forward? So let's get into this. There's a lot to unpack, so stay tuned till the end, okay? So this was pretty much expected that the Trump victory will actually support the crypto markets, because he has been very much pro-crypto in his campaigns. And a lot of crypto influencers were also supporting his campaign by donating into his election campaign. So there's a lot of support from the crypto community towards Trump. So this was pretty much expected. As soon as the Trump's victory is going to be announced, the crypto market will rally, which exactly how this is played out. The equity markets were not really that much expected. I was not expecting, to be honest, that equity markets will rally just like crazy. Like 2 days after, Federal Reserve came out and cut another 25 basis points. So imagine in a market where everything is rallying like crazy, and in that market, Federal Reserve is coming out with another 25 basis point rate cut, and the market is also expecting another 25 basis point in December. So what do you think is going to happen? Okay, I made a video 2 weeks ago where I mentioned categorically that there is no crash coming. Okay, and the reason why I made that video is because I told you guys that the liquidity has been unleashed since October 2023. Okay, you don't have to just look into the M2 money supply in the US. You have to look into the global money supply. China has been pumping liquidity. Japan has been pumping liquidity. ECB is cutting rates. Bank of England cutting rate. Canada and now Federal Reserve is cutting rates as well. So the easing cycle has already been started across the board. That means the liquidity is going to be injected in the market for some time. Like, this was started back in October 2023. So we have been in the bull run already halfway through. How long this is going to continue for? Nobody knows. Maybe until mid of 2025. Nobody knows. But I think what I'm expecting is there was a lot of pressure on the BLS from the election side of the things. So the numbers were most likely cooked. GDP numbers, job numbers, PPI, CPI, right? Now the election is over. Now the BLS has no pressure. So they will start releasing some real numbers in the economy. So you will see some real GDP numbers, some real job numbers, some real CPI, PPI, right? So those numbers may not look good. So because of that, the market will take a dip, maybe like a month or two. Who knows? Nobody knows. I'm just speculating right now. But then I think by next year we will see the market will recover. There will be a pullback for sure. Like this is an extreme euphoria right now we're seeing in the market across the board. Like, who's buying Russell 5000? Like, come on. So there is a lot of euphoria. There is a lot of hysteria. So there will be a pullback at some point. I don't know when. Maybe a month after, 2 weeks after, who knows. If you are in the profits, I highly recommend you to take profits and secure your position, because this euphoria may not last longer. But what I'm going to tell you in this video is a lot of people, including myself, have been calling recession for the last year. Okay. And I accept I was sidelined by this whole global liquidity injection. Okay. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because we have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property, a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams, and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and it allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later. The recession is there. It depends who you ask. Okay, if you ask a poor middle class person who don't own any asset, he's a hardworking Canadian or American or European or whoever he is, if they don't own any assets, it's depression for them. Okay, they're earning money which is being continuously debased. The currency has been continuously debased since 2008. Since the global financial crisis, the whole system is rigged, is changed. Okay, so there is no other solution for central banks and the government except they debase the currency. The debt to GDP ratio is over 100%. Okay, so that means there is no way out of this except debasing the currency. So the currency will continue to be debased, which means they will keep printing money. When the currency get debased, the assets will going to skyrocket. Equities, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, real estate, gold, you name it. So the assets will continue to go up. So it's a depression for anyone who doesn't own any asset, but it's a boom for anyone who own assets. Okay, so when I mentioned in my last video that there is no crash coming, it also includes to some extent the real estate as well in Canada. Like, I know there is a massive crisis in condo market, but single family home, I am not seeing them crashing harder. There may be 5%, maybe 10% max price dip over the year or so because of the economic issues in Canada. But I'm not seeing a bigger like 30-40% type of a crash in the market. Why? Because the currency is being debased, guys. Okay, all the time the media confuses you that it's inflation, it's basically 3% inflation that we are fighting for. No, we are fighting against the currency debasement, and that is much higher the reported CPI number. Okay, so the only way to beat inflation, i.e. the currency debasement, is to acquire assets over time. I'm not saying that go and buy a real estate in the next 6 months. Over time, the hard assets like real estate, like stocks, and not every stock, we have to be very careful. We invest into the technology that is going to change the world. AI, crypto, DeFi. Okay, these things are going to get a lot of capital because this currency debasement is going to continue, guys. Okay, and whoever is going to own these assets, there is a good chance that you can beat the inflation or currency debasement. If you don't own any assets, I'm sorry, it's going to be a depression for you. Okay, I will further create another video on this at a deep level in terms of showing you charts that how this global liquidity is being unleashed and how this is going to inflate these assets going forward. There will be a pullback. Right now, it's a lot of hysteria. So don't expect this to go forever. If you are making profits, take profits, because the real economic data will come out and this will pull the market down a little bit. But over time, the markets will rally. I could be wrong. This is just my personal analysis. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this market situation. And if you have any question, put your questions in the comment section. Give me a subscribe and thumbs up, and check the links below. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in the description. I also send out a weekly newsletter. Let me know what you think about that and give me a subscribe as well. So I'll see you in my next video. Take care.